Gentlemen, Raila Odinga has vied for 5 elections in this country as a presidential candidate, and in all these elections he has been defeated by a small margin. Despite his proper planning, Raila Odinga still ends up being defeated. Now, Raila Odinga is planning his exit from politics by going for the AU chairmanship seat. That was an exit of style, personally, I want to say it here today. But now, Raila Odinga, why is he going for that seat? Raila Odinga, he has so many strengths that are guiding him towards this seat. And on this video here, I want to look at these strengths. And on these strengths, I've divided them into 2. The first one is the internal strength that he has as an individual, and also the external strengths that he has. But before I look at on these strengths of Raila Odinga, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. And for those who have subscribed, I want to thank you so much. For those who keep following the videos I do here, kindly thank you so much. But I've seen that most of the people who have been watching my videos have not subscribed. Please make sure that you subscribe the moment you just hit that subscription button, and also hit that bell, so that whenever we upload any video, YouTube can automatically notify you. Now, as we proceed now here, let me look at the internal strengths that Raila has been having. First of all, the qualification that is needed as an individual to join the AU chairmanship seat race, and that is academic qualification. Raila qualifies because he has all the academic credentials that he needs as an individual for him to go for that seat. Another thing is the experience that Raila had. He was a prime minister in this country. He served also in the AU as under the infrastructure docket, and he did very well. Raila Odinga also, he has some internal strength that I want to talk about here. The support from the President of Kenya, that's Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who is currently funding the campaign of Raila Odinga, where he's canvassing all the countries across the African continent. So therefore, Raila Odinga has gotten the huge support that he needs. Also, Raila Odinga has also best wishes from the Kenyan people. The Kenyan people know his strengths very well as an individual. He knows what he can do for this country, and they believe very well that he's going to transform the same energy when he goes for the AU seat. And of course, we believe as Kenyans that he's going to win. Most of the Kenyans, almost 100%, are wishing him all the best, and they're also thankful for the kind of service that he has offered in this country. During Raila Amolo's time, he left a nice track record based on the infrastructural development that occurred in the country. When you listen to Raila Odinga speak, you see a gentleman who understands Africa very well. He knows various histories of various countries. He knows various plans that have been laid down for the African continent, particularly on the infrastructure, and that gives me hope that he's going to perform very well if given a chance, and supported by all the African nations when he wins the seat come the end of this year. Now, I want to give out this. Those are the internal strengths that I've been talking about Raila Odinga has. Now, the external strengths are here. Before I finish, I've talked about the external strengths. These strengths are the ones that come from outside the country, even just not from him, but just from outside the country, and some of them where he's concerned directly, or maybe as a country also we are concerned. Now, one of them is this. Raila Odinga has so many friends as an individual who are going to support him, including Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, whom we believe is also lowering some other African countries, particularly in the western part of Africa, who are going to support Raila Odinga's bid. Those friends actually are going to support. Raila depends on them so much because he cannot reach to all countries or presidents, but at least when these people reach out, they're able to explain who Raila Odinga is and his ability, and that is a starting base for Raila Odinga. And the things that the Kenyan friends, Kenya has so many friends in all African continents, in the whole of African continent, sorry for that. So these friends of Kenya also feel that Raila Odinga can do well. So this support that is getting from these Kenyan friends is also immense. Another thing is the history of Raila as a prime minister. You know, when Raila is a prime minister, he made so many friends during that time, and I believe these are the people who are going to support his bid as we speak. Another external factor we want to look at here, it is the regional support that is getting. As we speak currently, the East African community has already decided to support Raila Odinga wholesomely. So Raila Odinga is going with the East African blessings. So as he's going for the seat, he has the support. This seat was reserved this time around for the East African community. And having most of the East African countries supporting him, it is also a good starting base for Raila Odinga, that indicating very well that he's most likely going to win. Despite having some few weak opponents who are coming on board as well to vie for the seat, including the guy from Djibouti, Raila still is strong and also hopeful that, personally I'm hopeful that he's going to win the seat. Now, other thing I want to say is that as far as the external support is, strength is concerned, Lately, there was one person who was vying for the seat, that is Fauzia from Somalia, who also dropped his bid for the chairmanship, chair seat, and decided to support Raila Amolo Odinga. And that was evident yesterday when she came and took actually photos and gave some speech right in Raila Amolo Odinga's offices at Capitol Hill. That means now Raila Amolo Odinga has a huge boost from Somalia, and that was a threat actually. This is the lady who was a threat. That personally, I feel that being Muslim, she was also controlling a huge number of Muslims that we have across Africa. So that means getting that support, Raila Amolo Odinga then therefore is going to win this seat, whether the people from Djibouti like it or not. This boost means a lot to Raila Amolo Odinga, and as an individual, I feel that right now he's going to do very well as far as that is concerned. Another thing I want to say that has been boosting, that has boosted Raila Amolo Odinga's bid for the chairmanship seat, it's the issue to do the Western support. Now, it is okay to be supported by countries like America, Russia, or any other country to support Raila Amolo Odinga. It is okay. It's okay these countries to come in and say, on our side, we prefer this gentleman to lead. It is okay, because they are also partners of Africa in so many ways. But now, there's this habit of presidents taking themselves to the Western leaders, showing themselves to be African spokespersons. Like now, our President William Ruto, lately he was seen to be so much allied to the American government, Western countries. That's the UK, having America there, Canada, France. Now, he seemed to be the leader that is speaking on behalf of Africa. This one, when you look at this aspect from the third eye, William Ruto was developing hatred in Africa step by step. Because in Africa, we have a huge number of countries who are now aligned towards the East, China and also Russia, which also joined recently. So therefore, these countries could have developed some hatred to William Ruto, which could have impacted on the Raila's bid for the chairmanship seat, because they will feel like Raila is becoming now a Western puppet as well on the African continent if he was elected, and particularly considering the fact that William Ruto is so much aligned to the Western region. But checking of late, William Ruto has cut down the travels to these Western countries, engaging in their affairs, speaking openly about African issues, trying to show that he's the smartest president we have in this continent. And as a result, I personally feel that those leaders who are also pro-East, who have reached a point and decided saying, okay, if this guy has toned down, then now we can converse about Raila Amolo Odinga's bid. And some of these leaders could have even now lowered their temperatures when it comes to supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. They can at least give an eye to Raila Amolo Odinga as far as the AU chairmanship seat is concerned. Why am I saying this is significant? Despite that Ruto's travels have been hindered so much by the Gen Z group, youths of Kenya, who protested against his constant travels, which resulted to wastage of public funds, despite these journeys, because these journeys did not have any serious impact to the country, and they actually prevented him now from going to this country the way he used to do. Actually, statistics show that William Ruto used to travel to at least three countries every month since he was elected. Considering this kind of a thing, William Ruto could have traveled so many countries right now. But now, considering that he has stopped going to this country for 2 months now, he has given room for Raila Amolo Odinga to work out his now chairmanship seat campaign by going to various countries that were pro-East, now having a conversation, because William Ruto has turned down to the West. Now, another thing I want to say about Raila Amolo Odinga in this case is this. Stopping the Gen Z protests in the country has given him a upper hand to go and fight for this seat. Why am I saying so? Most people who viewed that Raila Amolo Odinga could not manage the internal affairs of the country, could not control the protests in the country, could not help the president manage the protests that we're seeing here week in, week out, after actually since July. I feel that one, if he could not have managed these people, then some African leaders could have developed doubt on their bid Raila Amolo Odinga to manage the affairs of other countries in Africa. So therefore, when he was able to manage it, bringing some people to government, talking to Gen Zs, giving speeches here and there, then Raila Amolo Odinga has proven himself strong enough to go for the AU chairmanship seat, because he can comfortably manage the internal affairs, because the movement that was being created by the Gen Z community, it was huge. And I feel personally, if Raila could not have come in, it could have adversely affected his bid for the AU chairmanship seat. That is my video there and there. Kindly, if this is the first time once again you're watching our videos, make sure that you subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Please make sure that you hit the subscription bell so that you can always be notified some of the videos that are going to upload here now and then. See you next time. My name is Abel Mukwa.